So, you are in a situation where you're at work and things are just a bit chaotic and you can't seem to keep things under control internally. We all know you can't control anything outside of yourself, so why even bother trying? But because you are trying to turn a new leaf, you're trying to do things differently, you're trying to be more positive, you're trying to alleviate having to cuss a couple of people out. And trust me, I get it. I've been there. I have done the cussing out. I have also been distressed too. I do hold myself accountable. That's neither here nor there. Welcome back to episode 2 of How to Be Peaceful series. In the last episode, we introduced the concept of peace and we begin our journey towards inner tranquility. Well, today we're going to be working on one of the most powerful tools on how to cultivate peace in the midst of chaos. And that, my dear, is mindfulness. You have two options. Option 1, you dog everybody out. You say what you need to say, you speak your piece, you may feel better afterwards, but then again you may not. Not to mention, if you're at work, you might tick off the higher ups, they might want to get rid of you, you may be without a job. So we don't want to use option 1. Instead, we're going to use option 2. Option 2, you're going to start utilizing the techniques that you learn within these episodes of this series on how to cultivate peace. And you're going to start to learn how to ground yourself even in the midst of chaos. So then you don't have to have your bouts of cussing people out. Although I do understand some people need it. But we don't want to do that. We want to protect our own peace because, like I stated in the last episode, it's so beneficial to our mental health, our physical health, and all the above. So stay tuned because we're about to explore how being mindful can bring such a lasting peace to your life. Hello and welcome. My name is Kimberly Ann. I want to welcome you to the Rose Garden, where I help women all around the world to cultivate peace, tranquility, happiness, all within a feminine mindset. So stick around because we're about to dive in. So what exactly is mindfulness? Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment. And you're doing it on purpose. So observing your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without trying to change them. You can fix them or judge them. And I'm going to tell you right now, judging is not the answer. With mindfulness, it isn't about sitting in silence. It's not even about meditating all day long. That's going to drive you crazy, meditating for hours. It will drive you crazy. It's a mindset that you can carry with you throughout the day, even when you're washing clothes or even dealing with your kids. Rather being distracted by your worries or about past traumas or about certain people that may aggravate you or irritate you, being mindful is the way to go. So when you practice mindfulness, you're not simply thinking about peace, you're creating it. And you're creating it by focusing on the present moment. You free yourself from anxiety, from the stress of every day, stress that often comes from dwelling on what has already happened or what might come next. What's the fun in that? We don't want to dwell on what comes next. We want to dwell on right now. We want to be focused on that date we're on. We want to focus on that man we're talking to. We want to focus on our kids. Or even better, we want to focus on ourselves. So we're going to tap into the science of mindfulness. And it isn't just a trendy subject or concept. It's backed by science. Mindfulness can have a profound impact on your mental, emotional, and physical health. And studies have demonstrated that mindfulness can reduce stress, improve focus, and even boost your emotional regulation systems, and even improve your immune function. As a side note, being mindful right before you do the do can make you do the do as you do what you do. Sorry, don't mind that. So, mindfulness, back to the point, it helps to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, and which is responsible for the body's rest and digest functions. This helps reduce your stress response, which is so important. This is beneficial. It helps with lowering your blood pressure. It promotes relaxation, helps you sleep better. It has remarkable benefits for our overall well-being. So why is mindfulness so powerful when it comes to finding peace? The beauty of mindfulness is that it allows us to stop reacting to so much stuff happening within our lives. You live your life on autopilot, so you think you have to react to it all. It helps you to respond to situations rather than being driven by your automatic emotional reactions. When you're mindful, you can recognize when stress is actually building up in your body. You can take a pause, you can breathe, you can refocus. You can notice when there's negative energies or thoughts that are building up, clouding your mind, and you could gently redirect your attention to something more positive, something you love, something you're grateful for. And over time, as you practice this ability, you can remain more and more present, cultivate more and more deeper senses of peace. And because you're no longer at the mercy of your thoughts and things going crazy, or the mercy of any situations happening around you, you now have control over your emotions. Now you're cultivating peace. So now we're going to tap into mindfulness within the daily life. And I'm going to give you 4 simple practices to try right now. So we understand the power of mindfulness, and let's talk about it. How can you integrate mindfulness into your everyday life? Well, the key to this is you want to start very small. Don't go from 0 to 100. That does not work. It never works. And here are a couple simple practices that I think you girls will love and will be easy for you to even attempt to do and try to do. 1, do mindful breathing. This is one of the easiest ways to bring mindfulness into your day. Whenever, oh my God, people are turning around in front of my house, y'all. Don't mind me. Somebody just made a whole U-turn. Whenever you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, I want you to stop and take a few moments to focus on your breathing. Notice the sensations of the air entering and leaving your body. If your mind starts to wander, just make sure that you gently bring it back to your breath. This practice helps you to ground yourself in the present moments. And it can also help you release tension. Now, number 2, you want to have mindful eating. This is big, ladies. If you want to start slimming down that waist, start being mindful when you eat. Don't just cram it in. But we often truly present our unmindfulness when we're eating. The next time you sit down and you eat, I want you to shut off all distractions. No phone, no TV, no multitasking. Really, really, really pay attention to the colors of the food. Pay attention to the textures, to the flavors of the food. I want you to notice how it feels in your mouth, how it nourishes your body. I want you to also notice how it makes you feel. Are you happy? Are you enjoying this meal? Is it Excuse me, I enjoyed mine. Is it delicious? Is it really? Does it give you energy? Okay, enjoying your food, but it also helps you to digest better. It also helps you with portion control. Some people don't think when they eat and they just eat everything on their plate. You don't want to do that. Number 3, walking mindfully. Walking is a great opportunity to practice mindfulness, especially if you're feeling stressed. I take walks on our local beach and it helps me every time. And you can walk around in nature, walk by your home, and focus on the sensation of every step that you take. I mean, I want you to notice how you feel as your feet touch the ground. How does your body move? What do you see around you? What sounds do you hear? Walking mindfully can help you feel more grounded and centered than anything you could ever do. Yo, I'm over here tearing stuff up. Sorry. Number 4, mindful listening. In our busy lives, we often listen to others while thinking about a whole plethora of other things, or even thinking about what we're going to say next. But instead, I want you guys to start practicing how to fully be present in your conversations. Pay close attention to the other person's words, to their tone, to their body language. Listen without judgment or interruptions. Usually, if you have mindful listening, you avoid situations that could potentially be bad for you. This not only deepens your connection to others, but it also helps you stay calm and present. And you avoid harmful situations because you can finally hear people's true words and their true intentions. While mindfulness, it can bring an immense amount of peace to your life, it's not always easy to accomplish. But once you have, it's easy to be mindful. You may find your mind in a wandering, or you can't seem to turn off your thoughts. That's completely normal. And it's part of the practice. The more you practice bringing yourself to center, the easier being mindful gets, and the easier it is for you to cultivate peace. So the key is to approach mindfulness as a practice. It's also your self-compassion, your self-love. If you focus back to the present moment, don't judge yourself for getting distracted. This, my babies, is an opportunity to practice mindfulness. And once again, remember, mindfulness is about progress, not about perfection. It is not a race. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to stay present and calm, and even in most situations, in challenging moments, you can master your mindfulness. Observe your thoughts and feelings. The moment of mindfulness that you receive, it can give you the space to reset and reapproach any situation with a more clear and peaceful mindset. It's a helicopter going over my house, y'all. I actually saw a shooting star today, you guys. I just thought I should tell you guys that. Don't mind me. That's the second shooting star I've seen in like 2 months. Love it. So as we come to a close with episode 2, I want to take this moment to ask you guys to subscribe, give this video a like, leave me a beautiful comment. I love when you guys come and tune in with me. This is really fun. And we're going to get through this episode. We're going to get through I think we have 6 more now. But as we wrap up today's episode, I want to encourage you all to please explore mindfulness in your own life. Start small, maybe with mindful breathing or even the mindful walks. Definitely practice mindful eating, you guys. You don't want to stuff things in your mouth. And I want you to see how it impacts your life. I want you to see how you feel. Do you feel more at peace when you practice mindfulness? And just remember, it is not a destination. It is not a race. This will be a forever practice in your life. This will help you deepen and grow over time. You're not going to get this tomorrow. You're not going to get this by the end of this video. This is to help you grow over time. This is to help you create space for peace in your mind and in your life. Take your time. In our next episode, we will dive much deeper into how to manage your thoughts and your emotions and support more ways to create peace. But until then, I want you to take a moment, pause, breathe, be present. When whatever's happening right now, don't focus on it, don't worry about it. Only control the things you can and release the things you can't. So I want to thank you guys once again for tuning into the Rose Garden. I am your host, Kimberly Ann. It has been a pleasure to help you all grow and thrive in this Rose Garden. Until next time, bye.